And
Howdy,
here
all.
we
Master
go.
Sergeant Porkins here. How you guys doing today? Welcome. We are having a open dinner table discussion. We're talking about where we're going for YouTube, what's happening, everything that seems to be kind of like a culmination of like the past 8 or 9 months. We're trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and I think one of the best ways to do it is to have an open discussion, not only between content creators like myself, but also with people, with viewers, with you guys that come on in. How has it affected you? How has what has been going on affected your ability to view and see new things on YouTube? So that's what we're trying to do.
Hey
And I would
guys.
like to welcome. We have Deadlock. We also have Jereth and Shankara.
Hey
Hello.
guys. It's your girl. What's going on? Hey Wolf Warrior,
And
thank you for coming in. But yes, just as he said, this is a discussion about what's been going on with YouTube over the past how long, I'd say about a year, in my opinion. So you're welcome to come on in. Give us any questions you want. Listen to the discussion, and yeah, let us know how everything's affected you, how you think everything's affected creators, and we'll let you know how it's affected us.
now, like right now, yeah, there has been things that have been going on longer, but I'd have to say the biggest changes have really been since August.
Yes,
The way that we view
absolutely.
things and the way that things get shared upon YouTube.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest things. Yeah, we'll be reading different people answering questions from chat as best as we can. Also, trying to figure out what can we do to make not only content better for you guys, but also how can we get your guys' help to be able to get things seen, and also tell like how we can do this for other content creators. That's one of the biggest things. What's up, UFO? How you doing, Codiful? Alex, good to see you guys.
Hey, Inspios. Hey, Nikki J. What's going on, sweetheart?
Oh wow, Nikki J actually stopped streaming to come join us. Yay!
So yeah, it's just it's going to be I'd have to say like not too long of a discussion, at least maybe an hour or so, just to kind of break the waters, break the tension, and kind of figure out where we're going to go, what we're going to do, because this has been on a lot of people's minds. Not to mention in recent events, what has happened. Everybody has heard about the whole shooting that happened at YouTube. And there's certain things that I've been able to find out and been keeping my ear to the ground on. And got to figure out like how are we going to do this? How we as content creators and viewers, how are we going to do this? Because it seems like YouTube is not really working with its content creators anymore. It's not even really caring so much about its viewer base. It feels like it's almost pushing its own agenda, and you're going to like it regardless of it. So we're going to figure out how we can kind of get around this and benefit ourselves, because like right now, say for instance, I'm a member of the YouTubers Union, and there's been some things that have been coming on, things have been happening, and at least bringing forth information to YouTube, and now it's just hopefully that it looks like they're actually starting to listen. They're actually wanting to actually hear. Yeah, Hobo says, as you said more than once, the algorithm is broken. We'll bury channels and false flag videos. Yeah, there is a bunch of those that have been going around as of lately. And it's really weird too. Like, even if you have any sort of discussion like what we're having now, YouTube, the way the algorithm stuff, it wants to bury it. Like, it doesn't want us speaking about it. It doesn't want to let people know. And it's the whole thing. If you can keep people in the dark, you keep them stupid, uninformed, they'll just follow around like sheep. And you know what? I respect you guys a whole bunch, to the point where I'm going to keep you guys informed. The things that I know about and find out about, I'm going to let you guys know, because you guys need to be informed as well.
It's gotten to the point where even the notification system is busted. People are starting to rely on other means to figure out when their favorite YouTubers are going live. You know, like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, and Discord. It's gotten really bad. You know, so we're trying to get an input from everybody as to what they think is going on. Wolf Warrior, if you have a question, honey, just go ahead and type it in the chat, honey. I will read it out.
Exactly. If you guys have questions or certain things, and we can try to, if we don't know them, I'll tell you I don't know, and we can try to figure something out.
Yeah,
I
be
do
there.
have, do have bits of information that I can find out and figure out. But other than that, if I find something out, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
I always try to keep the people that follow me. I try to always keep them in the know of what's going on.
Hey, Kalel.
Yeah, because I know that YouTube was saying that even though you have the bell checked, that it's if you don't go and watch them all the time, you get pushed into the sometimes notified.
Yeah.
And
in a
it's
recent
ridiculous.
video done by PewDiePie, he had actually brought that up and even found the video where they even said, regardless if the bell is checked, it will still selectively toss it out, and it won't toss it out to everybody. Even though, like, say for instance, you have 1,000 subscribers and every one of them has hit the bell, they said on an average it'll push it out to only maybe about 30%. What the fuck?
Yeah, really.
All
right.
If you've taken the time to not only just to subscribe but hit the bell as well, I better get notifications every goddamn time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because I'm looking to watch that person, not somebody else that YouTube deems worthy of me watching. I want to watch who I want to watch. Point blank. Period. Other than that, I put it in my recommended, and I'll take a look at it later. But when I hit the notification bell, say I'm doing it for Porkins, which I do. When he goes live, I want to be notified of it, not when YouTube deems it worthy of me knowing when he goes live. That's to me, that's bull.
If I have to take that extra step to say I want to get notifications, I better get them, and not just like, oh, whatever, pushing whatever. Another thing is the way the algorithm before, like a lot of people, including larger YouTubers, basically all their channels were based on the whole thing of it was being sporadically spread out, regardless, kind of like a seed planter, where just throw it out. And that was one of the things I did like about YouTube a couple of years ago, where I would just go through and look, and random shit would pop up, and that's how I found a lot of people. And that doesn't happen anymore. It's almost like you have to go and spend the time and look for somebody. Well, here's the thing. Most people aren't going to do that. Very small amount of people are going to do that. People like to have that whole thing of something that just kind of pops up and goes, oh, what is this? I want to check this out. That's how we get on, like, find the stupid stuff on YouTube, or, end up in, the dark place of YouTube. That was one of the things I liked about YouTube, that you could actually go around and do. That doesn't happen anymore. Now I'm getting like recommendations for things that I would definitely have no interest, and it's the same stuff regardless if I say, no, I'm not interested in this. And it still pops it up. And I'm like, no, quit force feeding me this because I've looked at this before. Give me random stuff. Give me things that I want to explore.
Really, give me something new to work with. Mr. Biggles asked if is YouTube going to change its sponsorship and donations policy, I guess.
Now, I don't know if they're going to do anything with sponsorship and donations. Hey, what's up, Lass? How you doing? Oh, awesome. You bought Far Cry 5? Nice. That's a good game.
It is.
But with the, I think when they started doing the whole sponsorship things, like One Shot Girl was one of the first people to have it. They had it on the whole beta with that. I think they were trying to do that to kind of match the whole thing with Twitch, how they kind of do that. Yeah. And then, of course, with the donations will always be there. And I do like how Streamlabs, regardless of whatever platform that you're on, you can do it. And to be honest, I prefer getting donations through Streamlabs and a lot of people other, because even though you do it through Super Chat takes 30%.
Yeah.
YouTube takes 30% of every dollar that you get, as opposed to where on Streamlabs it's anywhere between like 5 to 10%, and that's only because of the processing fees.
Yeah. And
I can understand that, and that's through credit cards and stuff, through processing fees, but everything else is untouched. What was it? Twitch takes anywhere between freaking 35 to 55% off the top, gross, not net, gross, and then you have to pay your taxes and stuff off of that. I was looking at, like, right now I'm kind of have about, they say $50 altogether from everything from like bits and everything, but the end product off of that, the net it's like $22.07.
Basically.
And I don't even get to see that for an extra 2 to 3 months. I have to get to a minimum of 100 before it cashes out, but I don't get to see it for like another 2 to 3 months because of, being a affiliate type program. At least with YouTube on their payout, they pay out on the 20th of the next month regardless. And once you get over that $100, because I do make money off of YouTube through super chats and donations. That's what keeps me in a home. Since this is my full-time job, this is what keeps a roof over my head. So all donations, super chats, everything it's a great thing. But if you want to help out a creator, if they do have the option for Streamlabs as opposed to super chats, do the Streamlabs ones because that helps them out and they immediately get it in their pocket. They don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and even with Streamlabs, like a $5 donation is like roughly like 50. They take like 50 cents.
That's basically
the rough justice.
That's basically it.
Okay, so Alex W says, "What do you think about these trends? Like the new trends, like everything from like the Tide Pod eating to the condom snorting. The condom snorting had been around back in like 2013. I do remember seeing that.
Yeah,
and it's just a new reoccurrence because somebody had found it, reposted it, and then it just kind of blew up again. So it's a reemergence." The trends are always going to happen. There's always going to be these, kids that are going to be trying different things. I remember when they had the whole thing where you covered your body in freaking rubbing alcohol and set yourself on fire.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Those were stupid. So you're always going to have those. Those trends are always going to kick on that. And actually a smart move to play is actually where you don't do the exact thing, but kind of just downplay it. Like, say, for instance, I noticed that a lot of people that tend to gain any sort of popularity, what they'll do is like they'll find videos of people doing the Tide Pod challenge thing, put them all together and make fun of it. When they make a comedy skit out of it, then the popularity kind of rises off it. It's really weird how you have to kind of play the game on YouTube or any sort of video platform because you do have to play to those trending things, but don't do those trending things because, you don't want to eat a fucking Tide Pod. No.
It'll kill you.
Game pods are better.
It'll kill you. Like Glozell. Glozell did the Tide Pod challenge, and it darn near ruined her channel. Her channel. It darn near ruined her because she ended up getting. I think she got a community strike for it. And a lot of the parents whose kids watch Glozell forced their kids to unsub to her. She lost a lot of subscribers over that.
Well, here's another thing about strikes too that's really interesting because I've had two strikes put on myself. One was during the Alex Maurer debacle, that was bullshit. That killed a shit ton of channels, which shows that anybody can go on YouTube and troll somebody because YouTube is all about pulling the trigger first and asking questions later, and you have to fight for your innocence. You're guilty until proven innocent, and I thought
in the U.S. it's you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, and there's a guy by the name of Ben. He goes by @TrustedFlagger on Twitter. He is one of the main high guys for doing any sort of strikes or whatnot because he's actually one of the human moderators for YouTube and one of the best ones that are out there. I have asked him a question, and then a second time was after the whole Logan Paul thing when they changed the algorithm slightly because of his bullshit. What had happened was there was a lot of people getting hit with spam and misleading not copyright strike, but community strikes because what had happened was the algorithm was supposedly trying to learn and it wasn't because there wasn't really any human interaction to see if it actually wasn't. And it affected it was like a broad spectrum. Even Jereth's channel was even affected by that.
Yeah.
Jereth got affected because all he did was when he was having problems with his computer, he's still kind of having problems, but he had to retest his OBS to optimize his settings, and
they hit me for a community strike about
spamming, exploitation, and something else.
Yeah, which is that was the big thing, and I spoke with Ben on that, and he said what had happened was the algorithm literally fucked up. And it caused a lot of problem for him and the other human flaggers because they had to go through all that and fixed it. For my update, it took them almost a month and a half nonstop around the clock to fix all
And
this.
from
But
what
here's another thing that was.
from what
Oh,
he's
sorry.
that's all right, not a problem. From what Ben told us was when he was at the time when he was taking care of Jereth Strike, he was also taking care of 15 other people who got similar strikes because of something that simple that's non-strikeable. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
And
And
now here's another. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Because it was something about the strikes and what I've had to figure out and ask him. Apparently, with the strikes, even though they get taken off the channel, what happens is the algorithm still sees that you had those strikes in the past, and it actually keeps your channel down. It doesn't promote it because they think you're a bad influence. And I don't know if they're going to try to fix that. And so, since I've had 2 of them on me in the past, it's now. If this was a couple years ago, maybe it might be a good idea just to start all over from scratch, move things over. Kind of like Markiplier did when his first channel, he had gotten all the way up to 85,000 and they just demonetized him completely. Couldn't fix it, wouldn't change it, so he had to start a new channel. Now that doesn't seem like that would be the case anymore, because the way that they have things where you have to meet certain goals to get up to that, as opposed to where it would partner you regardless if you would get to a certain level. But it seems more stringent now, as opposed to it would be random to see, okay, you're getting this many, you're getting this many, but now it's a set thing. But even then, the algorithm doesn't see it. So yeah, trying to get a channel off the ground nowadays is a hell of a lot harder than it was a couple years ago.
It really is.
And you know what? Speaking on that, Mr. Biggles asked, do you think they ought to, YouTube ought to change the numbers you need for sponsorship, as in lowering it for some of the smaller content creators?
Well, I can tell you that when they upped it with the partnership program, they upped it from whatever to 1,000 subs minimum in order to be in the partnership program. I only started using my partnership program in August, and that's when the algorithm really started going haywire. Before that, I was sporadically uploading vlogs, big deal. I wasn't really getting followed, but in August is when I started doing what I wanted to do, which was the video games and the jokes, the bad jokes, and stuff like that. But as soon as January came around, and they said that they were altering the partnership program, and you needed to have 1,000 subs, and what was it, 160,000.
240,000 minutes for view time.
And
yeah,
it totally obliterated my partnership, and I'd had that partnership since 2008. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do, and that's what a lot of people are coming across, if trying to figure out what they want to do. And so with them, I can understand why they did it. But it basically shuts you down before you even get started, because it's so hard to get that first 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, I even look at it like a small channel can have followers. We may not have 1,000 followers, but YouTube is saying you need 1,000 followers or subscribers to get the sponsor button. But why can't they lower that for channels like us that have a decent number, that people want to sponsor us, so they get notified all the time?
Now, what comes along with that is it's the way that they've been kowtowing to the advertisers. There's nothing wrong with working with your advertisers, but it seems that if the advertiser in some way, shape, or form is triggered, and I will use this word triggered, by any means that, like, oh, I don't want to have this to happen, YouTube does an immediate knee-jerk reaction and collapses and crumbles. They don't have like a meeting of the minds. They don't have you meet me halfway on this. They completely cave to that. Not only that, over the past couple of years, YouTube, with the introduction of YouTube Red and now their YouTube TV, they have slowly started, instead of becoming like a video on demand site, they've started to slowly trying to turn into an FCC like television organization,
almost like a Netflix or a Hulu.
Yep.
Exactly. But here's the thing. They don't need to compete on that level, because that's not what YouTube is. They shouldn't try to do the movies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to stick with the video on demand stuff. They need to be able to like how it first started with the artists, the people that want to come out and share stuff. Let it be another community thing. It hasn't been a community thing for quite some time.
Yeah. Wolf Warriors asks, he even admits this is kind of a stubby question, but why can't creators play regular music on their channels, like or on their streams, like in videos or streams?
Now, depending, the whole platform with that,
Yeah.
God, yeah, the copyright issues I
Yeah.
can see, because right now in the United States there is like really weird fair use laws, and it's such a big gray area.
It's so
And
confusing.
I've even had to talk. Yeah, it's really hard to say what can be used for fair use and what's not. And it's one of those things that's not really truly set in stone. So technically, you could be hit with something else. And that's why there's no copyright music. And even on Twitch, it tells you, or even Mixer, it tells you be careful about what you play, because if somebody hears it, like somebody that actually owns it or knows the person that owns it, they can actually file something against that and still tag you with it. A lot of people just tend not to.
That's why I stopped playing Tales of Zestiria, because the first time I played it, for the first hour or so, you're playing the game, and then you get into a cutscene where the music is absolutely fabulous. It really is. It's great, and I love the music in it. But as soon as I played it, I got hit with a strike, or not a strike, a copyright thing, and I was like, why? Why? It's just music. It's in a video game. Everybody, millions of people own this game. It's a series. Why? And the next thing I know, you're like, just leave it alone. You won't get a community strike. You won't get a copyright strike, just as long as you leave it alone, and you won't get the money for it. Okay, from my point of view, I could care less about the money. Seriously, I could care less about it.
I did that with Sleeping Dogs.
Jereth,
some of the music in there, it's like, oh, it's a copyright. You can either remove the music, which removes all the sound in that section, or just not get paid for it. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting paid anyway.
Exactly. Jereth and I live on a fixed income, so we make ends meet however we make ends meet. Big freaking whoop. But to do to do that for a game that millions of people play, and I've seen uploaded on Twitch, I've seen it uploaded on Mixer, I've seen it uploaded on other platforms, to hit me on YouTube just because I played a little bit of that music, come on.
And it's a really weird like minefield. Some people get away with it, some people don't. I do know that the larger guys can get away with it, especially if they're given the game by the company itself, and then they give them exclusive rights, and to be able to kind of to get around that, because they do have. But for like smaller channels nowadays, it's even weird. If you go look up a lot of the terms of service and everything on even videos, doing even video games, there is a kind of a gray area where it says that technically it is considered copyright infringement to even play a video game and restream it, regardless that you're, because to even try to make any sort of money off this. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Hold on. And it's one of those things that it's there, but people don't really enforce it. You could, if you wanted to be a freaking rules lawyer, you could go in there and say, hey, a company could go through, it doesn't matter unless it's been given specific rights to say, hey, you can stream this, you can record this.
Yeah.
A game company could go through, actually Capcom does it, and they can go through and say, nope. I don't do a lot of Capcom games anymore. I haven't done, what was it? I really wanted to do Dead Rising 4 when it first came out.
Yeah,
so did I.
With two videos that I did, I got hit with 9 separate copyright strikes because of most of the content in the game, like the outfits. You can get hit with a copyright strike.
Yeah.
I got hit for having the Rolling Thunder weapon, which is a Blanca head that has a battery pack on it that shocks enemies, because I was wearing it in a cutscene. Copyright strike.
It's the same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo, you can't even play any Nintendo game or stream it unless you have specific permission from Nintendo. If you don't
Exactly.
if you don't have permission from Nintendo, you're getting hit with a copyright strike.
Copyright
Exactly.
strike, nothing. They're having the video pulled.
One of my friends, Mag, that does he does Nintendo stuff because he does have that permission through Nintendo. He had to go through all the jumps and hoops to be able to do that, to even stream that kind of stuff. So yeah, if Nintendo does find out and you're not partnered with Nintendo, because they actually take some of the monetization from that. They say, if you're going to play our game, we can technically take some of the money from it. And with that, yeah, if you don't have that, they can come in and shut your ass down immediately.
They will.
Yeah, Nintendo's a dick on that.
Here's another question.
Can I jump in here for just a
Sure,
quick
go
second,
ahead.
guys?
Yeah,
Sure,
no problem. And I will answer your
apologize.
question afterwards, Nick W. That's a good question. That is a good question.
All right. Number one, I want to say thank you to the Divine Labyrinth and Master Sergeant Porkins for coming together and addressing this situation. Because for individuals like myself that have not started streaming yet, this is a source of some major information for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, if y'all have any questions, regardless of what it is, please ask these guys. We will try to get answers for you. And just, enjoy the stream. And thank you again, everybody.
Yeah, the reason that we're doing this stream is because we care about everybody here.
Yes.
You guys make our channels. You guys make the community. I don't even want to really call them a channel. It's a community. All of us come together. We try to figure out, what's going to work. We try to cater to you guys, and you guys help us make us grow. And since YouTube is causing so many problems right now, this is why we ask you so much to share. Because we get those people that come in and say, hey, you guys should have 1 million subscribers. We can't do that unless you guys sharing, and this is falling back upon the viewer. The viewer has to really pick up the slack where YouTube before was, spreading this all out for everybody to see and share. Now it becomes down to your guys' part to share this on your guys' social media to make sure that we do get seen. We make our communities larger. I tell people every day that I can do more things for the community if you guys share this, because the larger the community, I can do greater things and involve you guys in a hell of a lot more things. This is why I consider myself one of the most interactive streamers on YouTube, because I spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, everything from Discord to streams and things like this, just to try to communicate with you guys.
I try my best. I consider all of my subscribers, my followers. I consider all of you guys friends and family. I really do. And for you to come out and take your time out to watch me make a fool of myself playing games, that means a lot to me, because you guys helped me get to where I am. It doesn't matter that I have 1,000 subscribers. I don't care that I don't. Big deal. It means a lot to me that you guys took your time out and said, you know what, I'm going to watch this lady because she's funny, which I consider myself rather stupid. She tries her best to be interactive. She talks with all of us, and she considers us all friends. And that's what I am. That's what I do.
Yep.
I consider all of you friends and family to me. Big deal about YouTube. I don't care what YouTube considers or anything. You guys mean something to me, and that's what is important to me.
Now, there was a question that Alex W. had popped up, and I've seen this, and I do a lot of talking on the YouTube Creator Academy and talk to different people. Said, what do you think about these kids' channels getting taken down for saying a non-appropriate word like poop? Now, the demonetization has hit everybody. Not equally, but it's hit everybody. Yeah. There's even a lot of people that have family-friendly, kid-friendly channels that even if you say poop, that they're actually being hit with this demonetization because it's the way that the algorithm is sharing things. There's some really good, popular children's channels that have dropped almost 90% of their income because of this. And they haven't done anything. They haven't broken any TOS. They've done everything by the book, and they're making quality stuff. I'm like, there's a couple of channels I'll like look around and watch. Like, there's some really good family quality stuff. Nothing that you would be considered like bad. It's like, Danny Tanner wholesome. It's freaking awesome. And then you're like, what? You guys have, you guys have grown a massive channel. You should be making decent money off of this to continue, because the production values have to go up. You have to be able to manage this stuff. And then all of a sudden you get that cut off. Another thing is the horror channels and the true crime channels. People like Rob Dyke. Rob Dyke is one of my favorites. I like to watch him. The man is well spoken, but he hasn't posted but like 3 times in 4 months because they have taken away almost up to 95% of his monetization. And the guy has one of the larger YouTube channels on there, and he's one of the most popular horror channels because he does a little bit of everything. Even like Mr. Nightmare, Lazy Masquerade, Corpse Husband, one of my favorites. I even got to play with Corpse Husband a few times on Friday the 13th. And it was amazing because he has a very unique voice. I didn't know the guy was like 19. He sounds like he's 45 and been a complete smoker his entire life.
Wow.
But he is one of the best creepypasta readers out there because he knows how to tell a story and really he has like 400,000 people, and he was making decent money. Now he's all but demonetized. He hasn't posted anything in like freaking a few months. It's bad. It's gotten really bad.
Yeah, my niece used to watch him all the time, and now she's like, I don't know what happened to him. He hasn't posted anything, and I'm like, look what's going on, and you wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started with that, and then it's moved its way over now with the gun channels and everything. The fire, not just gun channels, but anything like weapons. Like one of my favorite, like the Man of the Forged Arms series that's done by Ami. They've been massively demonetized and they make all sorts of weaponry, even video game weaponry, and it's fucking cool. The fact that they can just make all this. I'm sorry if I said the F word. I'm just really excited about this, but they make these like really cool weapons, like. They make like, Link's Master Sword, Guts freaking massive, sword that he has in Berserk. I mean, they make all these weapons and bring them to life, but yet they're being demonetized because of the whole warfare thing. Firearms channels, like there's certain things like for the longest time, one of the hardest pistols to strip and clean was the old Ruger 22, the Mark 1, Mark 2, and even the Mark 3 series. And I've owned a Mark 3 for quite some time. I've had it for a while. And they're very hard to strip down, they're very hard to put back together and maintain properly. It's a little 22. I mean, they're cool little pistols. But I had to go look online to be able to do it properly, because trying to find some of the older books to do it and trying to read it, it's almost like trying to read stereo instructions, the handbook for the recently deceased. But with these videos, they show these, how to take these apart and do it well and do it properly. And it's one of those things. Now they're taking away all these educational videos about this to help be more knowledgeable for people about firearms and even weapons. And then there's the people that do like what kind of weapons would work great in a zombie apocalypse, that sort of things that are that are also entertainment as well. Those are being wiped out as well. The Slingshot channel, which is done by Jorg, he's the guy that runs the YouTube Union. His thing's being attacked. FPS Russia, kiss his ass goodbye. That's not even gonna be around. Demolition Ranch, Matt that runs that. Not only that, he has Vet Ranch, which I like Vet Ranch in both Demolition Ranch, and he does some goofing around stuff, and he actually uses the money from Demolition Ranch to keep his veterinarian place open. So it's not like he's using this for like nefarious reasons. No, this guy's trying to keep it so he can help keep animals alive. The guy is awesome. So it's crazy.
That's very
like
true.
Why does this kind of crap happen?
Now, Mr. Biggles asked another question. He goes, have the gaming companies had communications with YouTube? As in essence, they're basically, making, they're paying for YouTube profits because of all of us streaming the games and stuff. Now, I'll be honest with you, probably not.
I don't know. I know that like the gaming companies like Nintendo, like we talked about earlier, you have to have a partnership with them, and you have to jump through all kinds of hoops to get that partnership. And like Dashy Games did. Dashy Games, he had to jump through buku hoops just to be able to record massive amounts of a Super Mario Maker, and take created dungeons from his subscribers.
Yeah.
Just to be able to do that, he had to jump through hoops just to be able to do that.
I mean, even Games for Kicks, he was trying to get into that program so that he could do some Nintendo stuff. They don't have it over in Europe.
No.
Now, see, Paulo had made a really good point and said, "Well, the direction of YouTube is not because of the algorithm. People, namely the CEOs, made the decision to make an algorithm that's doing this. Yes, the algorithm that they had made." And there had been some wind that it actually the algorithm came from another site that was specifically used to keep from trolling and monitor stuff. Apparently, YouTube had bought this company, or at least a Google subsidiary, and then then a few months later, you saw this appear back in August, and they were using it. And yes, the algorithm is actually being run and monitored by a couple of companies that are, let's just say, I don't want to get in any sort of politics, but more towards a certain area of politics that would like to nanny state you and keep things under control. This is why you're seeing things like the age restriction mode and a lot of other things that are on there, is because YouTube doesn't believe that we can't monitor ourselves.
Right.
That's the big one. They think that they need to tell us what we can watch, when we can watch it, and if you want to look for stuff, fine, but you have to really put in a lot of footwork to be able to find, as opposed to where you used to be able to go wherever you want and kind of figure out what you want. We need to get that power back. We say, no. We can monitor ourselves. We can monitor our own, our own children. We can monitor. We are big enough and can make the decisions for that. Regardless if you are, you can go out and look at this stuff. It's not their job to police. That's what it's come down to. It's not their job to police.
It's the parents' job. Point blank. Period. It's the parents' job to do that, not YouTube's.
Yeah, I mean,
Paulo, their YouTube has never been profitable. It's actually ran at a loss ever since its implementation. But the only reason that they have it keeping running at a loss is because everything from advertisements and the amount of foot traffic that it creates and gathers stuff for its own massive algorithm for Google is worth the loss because of the gains that it earns from other areas. So it's a business aspect where you can have something that can lose a lot, but if it ends up making more in a certain area, that helps the rest of the company, and you can still eat that loss and still make billions.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Biggles even said it's like it's the creators who do all the advertising for YouTube.
Yeah, that's the very truth, because the ads run on our content.
Yeah, the ads run on every aspect. We put out, by playing these games, we're essentially helping them with advertisements where they're paying pennies on the dollar, as opposed to their own advertisement fees where they would go, through the old Madison Avenue, sections before. Now they're like, well, hey, we'll just let the YouTubers or Twitchers or streamers, we'll let them play it and they'll advertise it for us, and that'll just draw more in. That's one of the reasons why they have the hype machines as they do today. They hype it up to where they can get more people to go out and buy it and to stream it and play it, which in turn creates more people to go do that.
Here's a question from Bad Wolf Place. He says, why is it that new YouTubers like his daughter are not allowed to stream games like Far Cry 5?
That could be. What do you mean, like not allowed to stream?
From what I've seen, now I know his daughter has a channel called Silent Gaming, because she doesn't talk on her videos, and she's messaged me on Facebook, and I think it was Facebook. No.
Anyway,
she messaged me and she told me that her video for Far Cry was never uploaded correctly to YouTube, and then the next thing you know, it wasn't there.
That I could not tell you. I haven't come across that. Is it because maybe she's under the age of 18 and something in the algorithm that could be that? If they're not over the age of 18, it could age restrict it before you can even upload it.
Yeah,
I don't know, because she's done Fallout, and she's done Skyrim, and she's done 7 Days to Die, and I think she's 15. I'm pretty sure she's 15.
Well, Far Cry 5 kind of a weird one because a lot of people are trying to make it political where it really isn't. It's just kind of a tongue-in-cheek. Everything is sort of a stereotypical whatever.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of the different gaming things like Game Informer, GameSpot, Kotaku, and what was it? I'm trying to think of Polygon. Like they've been getting their ass chewed out by people that, you know, enjoy the game and play the game because you're starting to see their political leadings. And here's the thing. Politics should not be in video games regardless. I don't care what your stance is. Just play the damn game. Now, if you're going to make a video game, which like Far Cry 5, which it makes fun of all the different, regardless of what your stance on in American politics, it makes fun of it. It's all freaking tongue-in-cheek, hypocritical. It's stupid funny. Hearing, you know, some of the stuff that they have for the left and some of the stuff they have for the right, it's completely just blown out of the water, which makes it comical. And you see these gaming companies are like, well, they had a chance to push an agenda and they're not going to. So we're just only going to rate it like a 6.5 out of 10, which is what Polygon did. But everybody else had put it up at like an 8.5. But even then, people that had been reviewing it says, you know, I don't like the way it literally makes me feel triggered because of this. And I was like, it's comedical. Stop. It's a game. So it's maybe because of there's so much behind that, they're not allowing it. But I honestly couldn't tell you with a definitive answer.
I do apologize to Little Wolf. Honestly, I'm sorry. He said her account is an adult account.
Yeah, and
I could not. I would try to upload it again. Maybe change a few of the keywords and tags. Just try a couple different methods. Try to see if you can do that. And if it doesn't, that might be something you might have to contact somebody on YouTube's side. That unfortunately you might get the runaround, but that's probably the only way you're going to have to.
Yeah, it might be because the tags nowadays, the algorithm reads the tags and just, you know what? Never mind, forget it. This ain't going anywhere.
I do apologize because I know that she told me about it. I just cannot remember how she told. I apologize if I got the whole how she got in contact with me wrong. I do apologize for that. He says that she got an email stating that she isn't allowed to stream games that are tagged as violent.
Wow. I would like to see a copy of this. Because I would like to probably present that and send it off to Jorg, because this might be something that should be that should be something that should be known, because the whole thing with a slippery slope now with things before as the horror games, the horror channels, and then you had the firearm channels and weapon channels being demonetized. It's a slippery slope. So now is it starting to lead into video games now?
Yeah, because
video games. Because it has guns on it, you can't do it because it has violence.
Yep.
Well, so you mark it as violent, that takes out like 99% of all games. Because like Mr. Biggles brought it up, Sonic the Hedgehog, it's violent. He falls on spikes.
Jereth and I were talking about this just the other day. If they're demonetizing and taking down all these gun channels and the gun safety channels, and like Jorg's channel, he did slingshots. And anything that has to do with violence, what's next? They're going to come after. They've already come after the games in some way, because when I started doing 7 Days to Die and Dead by Daylight consistently, I was getting demonetized before I got taken out of the partnership program. I was getting demonetized because of 7 Days to Die, keyword die. I was getting demonetized because of Dead by Daylight, keyword Dead by Daylight.
Or dead.
Or dead. That's it. I'm sorry. Thank you. And I couldn't figure it out. And then somebody explained to me it's those two words, they're categorized as terrorism.
Well, I guess I'm screwed.
They actually do. They actually move those. It's really weird because the algorithm puts you in certain things, like I had mentioned before. If you have something like The Naked Truth told about, McDonald's, if you have the word naked in there, the algorithm in your tag, your title, even your thumbnail, if it's in there, the algorithm will read it and then put you in pornography.
Yes, you're right.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing I've noticed as well. There's been a couple of YouTubers that have been getting around that, and I would like to find out more if it hurt their monetization or not. Markiplier, about a week ago, had put out his Tasteful Nude Calendar.
Yes.
It said Tasteful Nude Calendar is a 6-minute video. On it, it had his thumbnail was a picture of him naked
with angel wings and a harp.
Exactly. And the only thing you can't see is an asshole and a penis. That's the only thing you can't see. And that right there would like immediately, did it set the algorithm off in a terror frenzied fit and put it in pornography, or did it let it pass because he is Google preferred? Now I don't know, because I can't see his monetization and stuff like that, you know, what he makes and if it add anything to it. I don't know, because I don't have that privilege to see it, because I'm not part of his inner circle or anything like that. But it's a question that I would like to ask. And I did notice that he actually picked up more traffic doing that on that video than as opposed to losing it. So it's one of those like that tells more questions than it gives answers, but it's something that I'd like to figure out. Can you get away with it more because YouTube gives you, if you have the Google Preferred program, could it? And this is my thought, maybe, is because I do know that YouTube had hired an extra 10,000 people and this was supposed to be like a monitor program to where it's supposed to help the algorithm. So like, okay, if the algorithm labels it this, the human interaction goes, well, actually, no, it's this, and then they recategorize it. It wasn't for all of YouTube. It was just for the Google Preferred program. So I'm thinking the human interaction, the actual human flagger as opposed to the algorithm flagger, saw it and go, oh, well, it's just Markiplier doing Markiplier stuff, so we'll just toss it through. Whereas opposed us, the plebs, the peons, the serfs, don't get that sort of thing. And
yeah. But I'm gonna Deadlock, you smart ass. Put in my
Yes,
chat.
I am.
He put in my chat. Time to start playing Pong.
Yeah. You
can't play Pong because it's ball abuse.
Yeah, exactly. Was it Rice Gum? Actually, Paulo makes up another thing. Rice Gum. Rice Gum is another big YouTuber, kind of like a Logan Paul-ish person. He's been doing Fortnite where he has hot chicks with him, and every time he gets a kill, he has them strip off.
Yep.
Now that is really interesting. I have no clue why my Discord did that, but it's really weird. He'll sit there. He'll sit there and I sat there and watched one of his live streams. He has a very beautiful woman sitting right next to him. Every time he kills somebody, she strips off a piece of clothing, and it gets down to like fucking pasties. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah. How can you do that? And he's a massive YouTuber.
Yeah,
so
and
like,
the first
wait, that's bullshit.
I mean, how do you concentrate on the game?
And here's the thing, there's really nothing better than YouTube out there, and there's a reason why. And channels have tried to do it before. They can't do it because they don't have the size and they don't have the algorithmic engine that can power that. VidMe unfortunately fell to that immediately. And they tried to see if they could get around that, because what happened was they started a very good little platform, and VidMe was pretty good. And I actually was doing stuff on VidMe as well, and I was picking up some traction. And then they go, all right, we're going to start monetizing, adding ads. And then immediately as they started doing that, they realized they couldn't pay anybody, even their own fucking bills. Within 2 months' time, they had to shut their doors down and say, we can't do this anymore because we do not have the algorithmic power. YouTube on any given day has an average between 80 to 95% control of what you look at on the internet because of its algorithm. It's really powerful. Last year, they actually got taken to court by the EU because they were, like other companies like Amazon and stuff, they had found out that if it was selling a certain product, Google would actually put its own stores ahead of Amazon and anything Amazon affiliate and everything like that ahead of it, which was creating a monopoly. They had to pay, I think, $6 billion in fines.
I remember that.
And it was, so YouTube has the algorithmic force to be able to push stuff. This is why smaller channels have, smaller things have no way to get a foothold of that. Now, Amazon has been slowly getting it. Once they acquired Twitch, they've been slowly getting a foothold. But still, even then, their algorithm on Twitch is absolutely garbage because the only way you can be seen on Twitch is two things. One, if you're already popular on a social media and you tell people that you're over there, boom, you'll get an audience. Two, if you get pushed by somebody that's already large.
Yep.
Because to be honest, if you're just that little guy that's starting off at the beginning, guaranteed it'll take you like 2 to 3 years even to get up to like 1,000 or maybe 2,000. And then, you know, once you have enough people sitting in there, they'll see. But other than that, if you're looking just to go over, like, I'm going to go from YouTube to Twitch, good luck to you on that. You better start sucking someone's dick to be able to get you up high up on Twitch, because that's all it's going to take.
It's either that or, you know, like a friend of ours, Missy Deluxe. She was on YouTube. She had like almost 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
She moved over to Twitch. All those people moved with her. Got her the number she needed for affiliate within like the first month.
The first month she got.
Yeah. I did the same thing too. I was able to get my numbers with the same way Move It Over. I was able to get affiliate within 7 days. It was just boom, that quick.
See, I'm small. I really don't care about affiliate, or if I get it, I get it. If I don't, oh well, you know, that's how I feel about it. But if I get it, will I be happy? Hell yes.
Who wouldn't? But
that just says, okay, I've worked so hard, I finally made it somewhere, you know. But with YouTube, they're just making it so hard for the little guy to get ahead. And somebody says in my chat, massive YouTubers are allowed so much more, which is bullshit. And to tell you the truth, the algorithm has even affected the bigger YouTubers. That's
exactly. You've seen the bigger YouTubers go out and branch out in other areas.
Right. That's why you see Jacksepticeye going out on tour. That's why you see Markiplier going out on tour, and he's taking Lord Minion 777 with him. Why? Because the algorithm has hit them so hard. They have to supplement that income somehow.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Not only Lord Minion 777, but his other buddy that he plays with as well, that he went to college with.
My Skirm.
Bob. Yeah, and he's taking all of his friends with him, and even then, you know, where it was, you know, YouTubers trying to help each other out. Now it's getting to the point, they know that they're being hit by this. It's getting bad.
It really
is getting really bad.
So
then also the deals that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye made with Twitch to have. They even sat down with lawyers and everything to where they can still do all their stuff on YouTube without having to, you know, say you can only do this at certain time, but yet they're allowed to stream over there and have full monetization on Twitch as well.
It's hit them so hard on YouTube that you're seeing them. At first, you saw Markiplier pull away from the games, and he was doing skits and kind of like television, kind of like stuff. It really hit Markiplier really hard because of that, and that's why he came up with the tour. So it's not just it's hitting the smaller creators hard to the point of it's really getting hard for us to get up and running and stay motivated to do it. But the people who are already established are getting hit just as hard, if not harder, because it's hitting them where it's important to them, in the pocket. It's hitting them in the wallet.
And here's the thing: I don't know why. I don't know if I haven't really heard any of the bigger YouTubers being vocal about it, because are they afraid that they're going to lose everything?
Probably.
I don't think they will. They need to stand up, because a lot of these bigger guys are we all make YouTube, but these are the bigger guys that help bring in a lot of stuff to YouTube, and there's no doubt about it. They've paid their dues. They've gone up there. They've done the things. They've worked harder than everybody else, because these guys' work ethic are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the kind of work ethic. Yeah, they put in those 20-hour days just to get shit done, and they put out like Markiplier was putting out like 5 videos a day at one point.
Yeah, he was.
And that's how he was able to get his stuff up, and spending countless hours on like social media just to try to get his things up and rolling. And you see where it's gotten now. but they need to speak up. They need to be more vocal. You notice PewDiePie has become a lot more vocal ever since. He doesn't give a shit anymore because he knows that YouTube has just gone out and blatantly said stuff. The CEO of YouTube, when he went and asked, like, with the whole thing with the algorithm stuff about a year ago, like, hey, what the hell is going on? I'm trying to figure out. People are asking, why are things becoming as hard as they can or hard as they are, and why are things are being ruined for everybody. And the CEO of YouTube said, maybe it's because your channel sucks.
His channel sucks.
Like, why the fuck would you say that to your largest channel?
Exactly.
His channel sucks with 65 million subscribers.
That's YouTube's golden boy. He's got 61 million. It's 61 million subscribers. And you're going to say that to your golden boy?
Yeah, I mean, and it's, I mean, not necessarily. And then, of course, even with the Pauls, coming up too, they were allowing them to do that. And I had watched a couple of videos where they were kind of asking, like, what the hell was going on. And they told them pretty much to blow off, like, you're not even worth it. So,
but yet he's still gaining subscribers every day.
Yeah, and
he's still gaining subscribers every single day.
So it's one of those things, like, why are you telling your bigger YouTubers that kind of crap? So yeah, I believe that they should be more vocal about this to push YouTube in a place, into the corner where, like, hey, we control this. All of us as content creators and viewers control this, not just one person. You guys just kind of, work the machinery. If you guys aren't doing the machinery how we need to, we're going to mess your ass up. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, Wolfie, you're absolutely right. It's hit Boogie 2988 really hard too, because at first a lot of people were worried about his health, and he's vlogged his gastric bypass. He didn't vlog the surgery, thank God, but he vlogged from when it happened all the way up until now, and how much healthier he's gotten and stuff that in between, and it has hit him. It's affected him, and he's become vocal about it. He even believes that the algorithm is broken. He believes that it's hitting the smaller creators harder than the bigger creators. He believes that something needs to be done about it, or YouTube's going to go the way of the dodo. And
yeah, and it's, oh God, it's crazy, and everybody's seeing it. It's just now it's gotten to the point where people are thinking, well, YouTube maybe doesn't notice this, or they're not paying attention. No, now it's where YouTube knows about it, but they're purposely dodging the question and don't even want to answer us, and to feel like, oh, we're going to take over the algorithm some way, shape, or somehow. No. We just want to know, like, fix this shit. Just fix your shit. We'll figure out the algorithm, what to do. That's how channels done it before. But fix your shit and don't close people off. Keep it open, for crying out loud.
Either fix it, or we'll find a way to work around it. Because we're going to find a way to work around the algorithm anyway. So you might as well fix it so it works correctly.
The thing is, you go back to the glory days where everything was just open data. Basically let people upload their entertainment, their shorts, their DIYs, their let's plays, their rant videos, their drama videos, whatever. You go back to the glory days. And then from there, in my opinion, if you want to get rid of the hate channels, if you want to get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Well, what was the best way to get rid of hate channels? By not paying attention to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't get rid of the gun channels, because gun channels, they always, and I've watched a few of them, because I'm not against guns, but I'm not for guns at the same time. Point blank. Leave it at that. But they preach gun safety. You let them. People who are making slingshot videos, like York, let him, because most slingshots are toys. Most of them are toys, and they're there for kids to have fun. And you're making
just let a channel stand on its own, for crying out loud.
Exactly.
Just let it do its thing.
If it's going to stand on its own, let it stand on its. If it's going to fall, let it fall. You don't need to help it along in either direction.
Exactly. The hate channels, just like Porkins just said, if you want to get rid of them, ignore them. Don't view them. Don't watch them. They'll go under. Why? Because they're not getting the attention they need to build.
Or want.
And the other channels that are worth it, like Porkins, like Operator Error, like Azraelin, like
The
Missy.
Divine Labyrinth.
Um, you watch them and you help them build. You help them get larger. You don't sit there and troll them and try to make them feel bad or lose numbers. No, you get rid of the racist channels. You get rid of the hate channels. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And then you teach the algorithm exactly what to look for on those hate channels. Not come after the gamers. Not come after the DIYers. Not to come after the drama channels. Even the drama channels say it's gotten ridiculous for them.
Hey, Jurassic.
You have to go after those channels that are causing all the problem, not the people who aren't. And get off the backs of the people who are actually following the rules.
Well, like I said in Porkins' chat just a moment ago, it's almost like YouTube is the bully and you're the new kid in school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta, regardless if you're gonna get hit or not, you need to pop that kid in the face. That's just how you do it.
And
You
somebody
got to fight back and let
somebody-
them know, you're not going to stand for this crap, and crap's going to change.
when we were talking about this the other day, somebody said, "Well, do you consider this bullying or cyberbullying?" It's cyberbullying. I agree with everybody who said that in the chat that we had the other day. It's cyberbullying.
It's clear and cut cyberbullying, and yeah, if you go by the definition of cyberbullying, it is clear. And I mean, look at what happened. Look at what happened a couple of days ago. Now, granted that this person definitely had some sort of mental issues before.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone to their channel that was outside of YouTube and watched a lot of their stuff. While they were mentally disturbed, they did make a lot of good points about, oh my God, I had 300,000 views and I'm only making 10 cents on it. Yep. Yeah, that happens. A lot of other YouTubers, especially larger YouTubers, had put that out. Like, I have 1.2 million views and I made $7 on it. Yep. I mean, that is absolutely fucking bullshit.
Yep.
And I'm very passionate about that. But it drove them to the point, which was sad. It drove them to the point where they thought, out of all of desperation, that they had to do what they had to do, which was sad. And unfortunately, what does that show you? That is a form of bullying, just like what with a lot of things with school shooting. They get to that point where they, out of desperation, they think that's the only way to solve the problem. And they've gone out and did exactly what, any sort of bullying would do. So
now, I'm not condoning what this woman did. What she did was absolutely wrong. And I pray for the people who got injured by her, and I wish them well, and I hope them a speedy recovery. Everything in the world, they deserve it because they didn't deserve what happened to them.
Exactly.
And it wasn't them that did it, it was the corporation itself.
But here's the thing, and this is the point I'm going to make on behalf of us streamers, okay? Like Porkins, like Operator Error, like Missy. The algorithm itself, and I made this point in the discussion that we had the other day, the algorithm itself is broken so bad that us streamers can stream for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time, and we'll have half decent views on that stream. And when we're done, there's a 12-hour peak time. 12 to 24 hours peak time where people are still watching that stream. Okay? As soon as you're done, YouTube starts processing that so it'll be posted on your channel. This is what happened to me as soon as I started streaming. As soon as I finished the stream, it was demonetized for that peak time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for people who make this their job, like Porkins does, that 12 to 24-hour time, which is peak for people to view that stream, it's detrimental. It's detrimental because you're taking away the earnings and the revenue they could be getting from that stream. Why? What's the point? There's no point in it. There's nothing wrong with the stream. It was following the rules. And there's a lot of money being lost during that 12 to 24-hour period where people are still watching.
It's even with stream stuff when you're setting it up and getting it ready. Once you press the button for it to see, once you put the information in and tags, the algorithm is immediately on it. And sometimes it will immediately demonetize it before you even start streaming.
Yep.
It will demonetize it.
Yep.
And you're like, what the hell? You don't know what just because it's going off of just tags, titles, and thumbnail, and it hasn't even seen, the product through it, but automatically it will already categorize you and put you, oh, you're not good. Now, here's another thing that YouTube had already admitted as well. There is another layer that's underneath the algorithm that for advertisers, it kind of does like a movie system. You have your G, your PG, PG-13, and rated R, rated M sort of thing. And it will already categorize your stuff. And then I've actually seen some weird advertisements. Like there was like a couple of like sex advertisements that had popped up apparently on my stream because some of the stuff that I get labeled underneath is mature. Yeah, while there sure is, the advertisements for anything that you can, depending on what the advertisers do on YouTube, you're not going to see a lot of the other advertisers because if you get put in a certain category, it's going to be, sent down. So it's one of those things, you have to turn your stuff to G rating if you want to get the most advertisers. But even then, that doesn't guarantee that you are going to be. So even if you slay it, like, oh, I said poop, immediately goes from G to PG, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's still that 12 to 24-hour window where people are watching your stream and they get demonetized for that, and then immediately after that peak time is over, it's remonetized magically. You know what I'm saying?
And even with your stuff going from demonetized or limited no ads to being ads, it will still be in a section. And that was what was it? York had said that really damning thing that he had come back talking with the global head of monetization for YouTube, where he said, all right, if it's a yellow tag and I get to put in a green, does it still get labeled and put away in a grouping or a category that would still be considered for demonetization? And he said, yes. And that's, in my opinion, that's so damning. So you can still have that green little monetization symbol, but you get put into another category, which still doesn't even make you monetize. So that little green little thing is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. It's like that, little guarantee in the box, how they said in the movie Tommy Boy. Oh, I can shit in a box and mark it guaranteed, but it's still a piece of shit, that kind of thing. So it's.
And I think it's really sad that they've taking down these big channels like the gun channels, and they're looking for other platforms to go to. And we've heard that they've gone to Pornhub, they've gone to YouNow, other platform, any platform that'll have them. And I think it's really sad because they've been on YouTube for a very long time.
And I mean, I can understand that they want to get away from all the issues and stuff like that, but at the same time, you moving away from YouTube just is proving to YouTube that, well, then you didn't belong here in the first place. Exactly. You need to stand up and fight, saying, no, I belong here. You need to fix your shit.
Exactly. Jumping ship just to try to go over to Mixer and Twitch is not going to solve the problem, because what is going to happen is that other things are going to see how well it's working for YouTube because you've jumped ship, and then it's going to head over to those platforms as well. Even some of the TOS changes that Twitch has had as of recently, everything from they are trying to get rid of what they call the titty streamers. and by posting things, hey, if you're going to be in front of a camera, you need to be wearing stuff as what you'd be appropriate out in public. But there's also a couple little things that they've made on their TOS that is starting to mimic what had happened about 3 years ago on YouTube. So yeah, you're going to start seeing those changes. So jumping from one ship to another is not going to help it. You need to stand up at the source, do your part, and say, no, we're not going to let this happen. So this is why we're reaching out to you guys. It is the viewers is what make everything on YouTube. Yeah, we may make content for YouTube, but if you don't come out and view, and if you don't share, it's going to say that you're unimportant. We're unimportant.
Absolutely.
No, every little person on here matters. And numbers, there's something called the numbers game, and numbers game do stack. It's not, what's going to use it to take them out. It's we're going to use more than what it's going to be needed to. So this is why we ask you guys to share our content, to tweet it out there, to put it on your Facebook, Discord, Tumblr, whatever. This is why we have, and this is also another reason why we do as much social media as we can, because we have to spread that word out there. And you got to let people know, because YouTube will no longer do that. YouTube does not care about you anymore. YouTube does not care about us. So what we need to do is we need to work together to be able to make YouTube say, hey, we matter, and you need to get your ass straight.
Exactly. And again, I'm still going to say it just like I said the other day. The algorithm's broken. Watch out. Skynet's already taking over.
We need Sarah Connor.
Yes!
I'll be back.
Skynet's already taken over. Watch out. But
I mean, it's just...
Well, Jackie, YouTube cannot care about money because YouTube doesn't make money. YouTube it hasn't made money from. So to say that YouTube only cares about money is a falsity, because YouTube has never made money. It's actually been it hasn't been like monetarily. It by itself, it's been a drag on the system, but because of how much ad revenue and everything else, it is actually, and it's more algorithmic stuff to be able to gather as much information to feed it into its machine to be able to read stuff. That's where its benefit comes, because that comes that works for on everything else that they do. Everything from their media to everything from the from buying stuff online and everything. That's how it uses YouTube, because it's such a massive program to be able to use it for its own algorithm for Google, that it's worth the money loss. The money loss is like minute compared to how much money they make on everything else. So they're worth taking that money hit.
Yeah. YouTube is just another means to an end for Google. That's all it is. YouTube is just another means to an end for Google.
Yes, Sasha, you did hear something about Skynet.
There was some Skynet stuff. Yep.
It wasn't that funny. To me, it wasn't that funny. I'm sorry.
I've actually got both y'all streams pulled up here, and in Porkin stream, Big Dog says March on YouTube headquarters.
Yeah, I mean, even I'm watching his stream myself, and it's like, it's at this particular time, it's not a good idea, whether you go with guns or without guns.
No, you never want to do a march with guns.
No, don't do that.
But
we don't condone that.
But that got me thinking, though.
Either way, it's not a good idea right now.
Yeah, but I mean, if all the YouTubers, pulled together, and just stop streaming just for just a week,
it wouldn't change anything.
It wouldn't. I don't know if it'd change anything, because that would be. I guess you would say it's kind of considered like a strike kind of thing. But I don't think it would do anything, because you still have those bigger creators who are still making content. And
that's the bigger creators. Yeah, they're not going to listen to like a bunch of little ones. They need to listen to like a handful of the big guys.
That's why I said if.
Together.
Nah, I don't think it would. I mean, if all the little YouTubers got together, like we are with the YouTube Union, and we get enough power behind us there, maybe some of the bigger YouTubers would actually listen to what we're saying and join us in this fight.
And this is why the YouTubers Union is around. And there actually is
Yeah.
a couple of bigger YouTubers that are in there and stuff.
Actually,
granted,
how do
on
you
the-
join that, by the way?
You go to the
Actually, I have a link down below in the
Yes.
description.
I'm
So I should have that.
I
real
joined
quick.
when there was only 5,000 people in the YouTubers Union. And
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
one of the
what-
first 50.
what's good about the YouTubers Union is it's not just for creators, it's also for the viewers. It's also for the people who support their favorite YouTuber creator. It's not just for us creators, it's for you guys out there too. So
Yeah.
I suggest you, in my opinion, go join. Help support more creators who are actually doing it the right way.
And here, let me pull it up real quick if you guys can't find it. What I'll do is I will drop it here in the chat for you guys to click on it and check it out. So here, hold on. Let me grab that for you guys and put it in there.
Yeah,
I will
let's
drop the link
fortify
down
the
in the
rank.
chat.
Deadlock, can you drop that in my chat for me, sweetie, please?
Yeah, just
Uh,
drop it over there. So yes, guys, go to that link that's right there.
All right, copy
on it.
link address.
They are
And,
at, I think they're almost at 14,000
Hey.
people right now.
Yeah,
which is
they are.
pretty damn amazing.
I mean-
there you go.
It's
Yes,
just
please go that because it is actually it's awesome because Jorg is probably a damn good person leading us because he is taking what everybody's saying. He does like little polls and stuff to kind of figure stuff out, bringing them not only factual data, but he's asking the right questions. He's asking the right questions to get what needs to be done, and they're actually starting to listen to him. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
We thought
because
they wouldn't even listen. He's actually getting to them, and they're like, okay, he's making valid points. So
he just recently had a meeting with the head of monetization, didn't he?
yeah.
And they, from what I understand, had a long discussion. And to have the head of monetization say, yes, the notification system is broken.
All right, let me see
Was
if I can
big.
pull it up on my end. I can.
Here, let me see if I can do this.
All right, here. I just pulled up. That should have worked, but I don't know why it didn't. I want. Nah, hold on. Let me drop it down again. I just dropped another one, and I want to see if it's actually doing it because. Oh, that is bullshit. Guess what?
What?
I can put it in my search bar.
And find
It'll
it.
pull it up. I can put it in my search bar and find it. I drop it in chat for you guys to do it. YouTube's not letting you fucking see it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
just
my
tested it.
God.
All I did was copy pasta and I threw it in the chat. Chat, it's saying 404 not found. You guys go and do that. Copy pasta it, throw it into into your like little search bar at top. It'll pop it up.
Try that.
Wow.
Do you see that?
Oh
crap?
my
Yes.
God.
You see that? That's the fucking bullshit that I'm talking about.
For real? Oh my God.
Okay, is everybody still good on time? Because we've been at this for about an hour and 20 minutes now.
This is stupid. This is stupid. Now, see, if that wasn't proof enough, that's bullcrap.
Copy and
That's sneaky
paste
as
it
hell.
into your browser, Wolfie.
Put it in
because-
your
It's not-
browser.
It's not working for me.
Copy
Nah,
and
it's-
paste it into your Chrome browser or into
I
Internet
did.
Explorer.
Yeah.
Really?
I did, and
Ugh.
I click on it and I say copy the link address, go to a new window,
Because I just got
and
that.
say paste,
I
and I hit enter.
Just
And I
do
get
a
the 404.
manual. Yeah, do a manual thing on it. So yeah,
I just went onto Facebook and I copied the Addy myself and dropped it into chat. And they're
Yep,
still
and
saying
it-
the link is broken. That's
yeah.
bull.
For me, I can click on it. It'll say 404, but I can grab the same link that have the same link that I posted in there, put it, and I paste it in there, and I can pull it up.
Yeah, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Exactly.
If you go to
That's cool.
Facebook and you type in YouTube Union
Yeah, the YouTubers
in the search
Union,
bar, you can find it.
the YouTubers Union. It's got 13,000 members already.
Yeah. Well, even if no, that's the thing. Even if you remove the backslash in the end, it doesn't matter. I still copied the same thing and put it into the browser bar. It pulled it up in the browser bar, but it doesn't through YouTube.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Black, don't use the N word like that.
Please don't.
No, not that. No, not that one. No, no. The NAZI. Yeah. There's no point even slinging that one around because I'm sorry. No, just don't even use that. Don't even sling it around. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's because you start slinging that around and then it starts messing with a lot of people. So don't use that. Just like the other N word, don't use it lightly and don't use it at all. Because that's
both
even
of those
like
N words are not. Both of those N words are not allowed in my chat.
Nancy's, we can use Nancy's. Yeah,
there you go.
Nancy's. Yeah, we'll use Nancy's. It's okay, Black. It's okay. It's just the way algorithms are seen. Even if they see that word in there, it can cause problems. It might be something that I'm going to have to actually put that into my own stuff to where if it pops up, it automatically deletes it. Actually, yeah, we even posted it in. We even posted it the link in Discord as well.
Yes, guys, please share this on all your social medias if you can. Spread the information, spread the love that we're trying to share with you guys. Why? Because this information, even for guys that are just starting out, it needs to go out there so that way they can get a better idea of what to do and not get unmotivated. It'll keep them going, knowing that there's other YouTubers out there that have their backs and saying, even the ones under 1,000, or we have their backs saying, keep going, don't give up. We're here.
I mean, like me, for instance, I haven't started streaming or posting videos to my channel yet, but when I do, I know guys like Porkins, the Divine Labyrinth, Missy, all of these little guys that are still struggling and fighting their way up this ladder, they're going to have my back because I got theirs. And that's the only way we can do this is as a group, as a team.
Yeah. I'm struggling like a male corgi in a room full of female Great Danes. I'm trying my damnedest.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm the only female and there's males in this chat here. So who's lost in the soup?
So it's great. Now, just to change the levity real quick here over on my stream, I'm just gonna put this up just to get a laugh because it's been too serious. So hold on.
Oh God, I gotta see this. Hold on.
We're just gotta get a laugh. We gotta change everything. So
Jereth, scooch. I want to see this too.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Poor kids.
Yeah, that's my intermission screen. So yeah, I had to change. So we've been too serious for a little while, so we had to get we had to break the ice, break the tension. So now we're in a more jovial mood.
Guys. At this point, I think we're pretty much done.
No.
Does anybody else have any questions coming in?
Yeah, is there any other questions that you guys would like to ask? What to know? Maybe we can try to figure something out. Because once again, all of us are working on this problem. Not just us content creators, but you guys as well. We need your input. We need your guys' help. It's the only way that any of us are going to be able to enjoy what we want to do and want to watch on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta help YouTube fix themselves so that those of us that are making the content can keep doing it, and those that enjoy watching it can still watch it. Because if YouTube keeps messing around with us, people are going to be like, I don't want to watch anymore because it's too much of a hassle. I'm not being notified. I don't see it. I got to search too hard. It's not worth it.
Yeah. It's we've got to be strong for each other. Point blank. The viewers do what you do best. Keep sharing and liking those videos and spreading the love, and we will do our best to keep giving you the content that you love to watch.
There you go, Mr.
Yeah.
Biggles. Spread the love, not the hate.
And as us as small YouTubers, we need to also stay together and build a community around
Yes.
that, and share between one another, because it's going to be vital for any sort of success. If you guys really enjoy what we like and enjoy what we do, that's just how we're going to have to grow. We need to just help each other out. And yeah, it's like there's some really, I've seen some great channels that are out there that are really small, but they're just getting screwed by the algorithm, and I want to see them grow. Like one of my favorites, Operator Error, and I'm going to push him a little bit because I love Brandon.
Funny.
Brandon's been doing this for 5 years.
Operator
5
Error
years.
is so funny. Oh my goodness.
And he's a good buddy of mine, and he finally broke that 1,000 marker just soon enough. But he's been doing this for 5 years and been trying it, and it's one of those things. People like him, he's very entertaining, very enjoyable, loves doing what he does and loves interacting, but it's the algorithm that really chokes down and just kind of just destroys what you have, and it's not good.
Yep. That's it.
There you go, Porkin.
Yes, even the Airsoft channels, Alex. Exactly. The Airsoft channels have also been getting hit, too. A lot of the major Airsoft channels, because featuring guns, have been totally taken down.
Yep.
Yeah. It's... Oh, how do you put it? You got to love what you do to do what you love, but you need the help from other people to get where you're going. And like Deadlock said in the chat, it's like being the new guy on a cell block or being the new kid in a school being bullied. You got to stand up.
Well, I think we've got it wrapped up pretty much.
I think we got out a lot that we need to say, and
it looks like
not bad for a little hour and a half.
No.
There goes Triggered. She finally joined the platoon.
There's my girl Triggy Trig.
Yep, just popped up on there. Thank you kindly for that, Trigger.
There's my girl Triggy Trig. Okay, guys, remember, like this video, go over Porkins, like his video, his stream, like Jereth's stream, like them all, share them, make sure that the information gets out there.
The more people that know about this, the better, because we're trying to help inform people about what's going on. I don't think a lot of people know, and we need people not only to know, but we need people to care about this, is because this determines if you'll even have a YouTube, as what we even know it in the future, because your opinion matters. You don't have a small opinion. You're not just this like minute grain. No, your opinion matters. It has a massive weight. You put enough weight on YouTube's shoulders, they're either going to respond and do something about it, which is good, or they're going to crumble and fall.
And Spios, what you said is absolutely right. Raids are also very important to help each other out, especially to the smaller ones that want to get up and start running. Even if they get up to, say, 500, they'll see that they have people out there supporting them. You're absolutely right. So with that, Porkins, I'm going to hand it off to you to end it off because I'm tired and my back hurts.
I don't blame you. You got to carry Jereth all day long.
Ooh, I'm turning my back because I ain't going to get the stank eye on that.
Wow. I might just have to hit that unsubscribe button now.
Somebody called a fire department. This man on fire. He just got burned.
Get some icy hot. Put it on there.
Somebody send me to the burn ward.
Because that just got
for that one.
He just got burned to the 3rd degree.
He got burned to the bone. He's like a well-done turkey leg.
Now, for me later on, I will be doing another stream. I'll be doing a gaming stream, going back to our regularly scheduled content. But I wanted to bring this out, and I wanted to bring everybody else into this because, this is a problem that affects everybody, and this is something that does need to be known about. Let other YouTubers know, smaller, larger, doesn't matter. Let other people know. we all need to work together on this one, because if not, we're not going to have this anymore. We're not going to be able to watch the things that we want to watch. We're not going to be able to enjoy the things that we enjoy. Things like this will go away. They'll disappear. And I don't want that to happen. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy entertaining you guys. You guys are my family. I don't have friends that I go to on a daily basis to go hang out their house. I don't even, the only family I have really technically like that I see on a daily basis, like, you know, that I walk around and, you know, and touch is my wife, my daughter, and that's it. That's it. You guys are my friends and family. I come out and contact and interact with you on a daily basis. Think of it. I'm like a fat cursing Mr. Rogers.
All the YouTuber little guys, we are on a short leash, and it is time to break that leash and run free.
That's basically Jereth and I also. We, like I said earlier, you guys are our friends. You guys are our family. You guys come to us and you make us feel the love that you send out to us every time we go live on a stream. You make us feel important because you're there. You're talking to us day in, day out on the streams that we do every single night. And I can't thank you guys enough just for being there for us. It shows you that, or shows us just how much you guys care about us as much as we care about you.
Yep. And now I would like to say, I would like to thank Obi real quick for that subscription to the channel. Thank you.
Yeah, please, actually, if you want to, Deadlock, or see if you can drop Shankara's link down in the chat if you could. Because I don't have it pulled up immediately. Oh, never mind. Tigress is on it. She's fucking quick.
There you go.
Oh,
you got it.
Like reflexes.
Yeah, please share the love. Please, it's a good thing. YouTube is no longer going to be helpful. YouTube apparently does not listen to you. We'll use the whole thing from Fight Club. YouTube no longer loves you. YouTube is, absolutely, wanting to, try to drive you down on the ground. They think of us the all singing, all dancing bags of shit, that type of thing. So we need
it's really YouTube, and don't talk about YouTube.
We need to stand up and show them that we matter.
Thank you.
We care. Viewers and content creators. No longer are we going to be treated like this. No, this is this is technically an abusive relationship. Cyberbullying. It's already happened. It's already been seen. It's already been proven.
And as creators,
now it's time to step up and punch that bully in the nose.
Yes, but for the longest time, us creators have been walking into the punch that is YouTube. Now it's time for us to start playing some grip ball.
Oh, whoa.
Jackie does make a pretty good thing.
It's time for us to play some grip ball.
If you play video games that have politics involved. Yes, actually, politics is actually something that gets categorized and does not get monetized. Anything that has to do with politics in it gets immediately demonetized because they don't want you to talk about politics. They want you to stay uninformed.
There's my girl. There's my girl. Gamers Girls Pro. There's my girl. What's up, Vib? But yes, it's time for us creators to start fighting back. It's time for us to actually say, no, we're not going to take this anymore. We've taken the abuse long enough.
Kid. Oh, sorry.
We give you guys the content that you want us to, and you use it to your advantage. Not necessarily to ours, but to your advantage. Now it's time for us to say, no more. We're the ones that make this. You can't use us this way anymore. It's time for us to stand up and say, no. Here's a pot of grits right to your face. Nah.
Grit ball!
Well, all I can say is you get enough platoons together and you got yourself a battalion.
There you go. Exactly. You get enough going. All right, I think this would probably be a good time to call it. I mean, we've been doing this for about an hour and a half and stuff. I think we've already said what needs to be said.
Yep.
I will keep you guys updated with vlogs about what's going on with YouTube because I want to keep you guys informed. Not to mention, I'll have other random things that I'll talk about. I'll be that one old guy that stands in the street corner yelling at lawn furniture because I am.
Maybe
I'll be right there with them.
Exactly.
Maybe we'll do this again. We'll do this again. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I think we can do it later on down the road.
Yeah, I'm taking a nap in the lawn furniture. Don't wake me.
All of you coming out. Now, if you guys enjoy what you saw, give that like, share, subscribe, notification, give all those that notification bell. Make sure to hit it like 2 or 3 times. Make sure that it's on to let you know, hey, I want to get this shit notified. Also, go check out Shankara. Go check out Jereth when Deadlock gets around to doing whatever he needs to do. Eventually, when he gets stuff on there, we'll check him out as well.
He needs to upgrade his potato.
Yeah, I need to go from hash browns to tater tots.
Not tater rounds, but not the hash rounds, but the actual tater tots.
Exactly.
And I will catch you all in the next battlefield. Deuces. All right. Catch you
Bye.
guys.
Peace out.
Okay, guys, with that, Vamp Gaming, Fallen Dragon Ninja, thank you so much for the subscriptions. We love you to the moon and back. Jereth, you got anything to say, sweetheart?
As always, folks, have fun, be fun, and enjoy yourselves. And if you can't do that, refer to Deadlock.
Live well, be good at it, and keep fighting.
And always remember, no matter what, keep your back up. And we love you to the moon and back. And we will see you on Monday with our stream. Bye, guys.
And we got your back like a cheap suit.
Say bye, Deadlock.
Bye, Deadlock.
Say bye, Porkins.
Oh, catch you guys later. You guys have a good day.
Say bye, Jereth.
Bye.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon.